We are going to learn about how to update a database using Hibernate. In Hibernate, there are two methods are available for updating a database. First one is you can get that object from the database and you can modify the properties of that object, and when you call the commit method using transaction, Hibernate will automatically update that object. And the second approach is you can create an object with the same ID and you can modify the field, and after that you can call the update method using session object. So here in this example I am going to show the first method. So here I am going to update the first row of data. Here the first row is started with ID 125. Now here I am going to update the address field of the first row of data using Hibernate. So open Eclipse, and here I am going to create a new method for updating the table. So public void update info. Okay, we need object like configuration, session factory. Okay, here we need object of configuration, session factory, transaction, etc. are needed. So I copy all these code segments and paste it on the newly created method. Okay, now here I am going to delete the first row of data, that means object with ID 125. So first we have to access that object. So object ob equal to, using the session object, session.load. Our project class name is data provider dot class. The second argument new integer. Our ID is 125. Okay, now we got an object corresponding to the first row in that table. Now I have to assign this object into an object of Pojo class. So Pojo class name is data provider dp equal to ob. Of course we need to cast it here into data provider because these are objects. Okay, now I am going to change the property of this object. I am going to change the address. Here the address is helipad. I am going to change that one. So dp dot set, method name is set user address. I change the address as Dubai. Okay, so after that I'm going to call the commit method transaction object using transaction object. So when we call the commit method, the Hibernate will automatically update the database. Okay, and finally we need to close the session. So session.close. Now we need to close the session factory. Okay, here show a message that the data is updated. Object updated successfully. Okay, that's enough. Okay, now we can check it. Now here the address field is the address corresponding to the first row is helipad. Now we change update into Dubai. So I run the application, run as Java application. Okay, go to console. I think there is an exception is, yeah, schema update complete. We can check it out on the we can check it on the table. Select star from user info. Now it is not updated. There is something exception is available. We have to check it out. Yeah, we forget something. Actually, here we forget something. We have to call the method in the main method. Actually, now the code run is the delete. So it will show the correct exception because there is no such row is available for delete. So we have to call the correct method from the main method. Here our method name is update info. That is our method name. Okay. Now we can run the application. Run as Java application. Now look at the console. Okay, object updated successfully. Now we can check it out in the database. Select star from user info. Okay, now here the database is updated. Now change the address field of the first row into Dubai. This is the one approach, one method used in Hibernate to update the database. So here we just access that object. Yeah, here we just access that object and we just change the property of that object. Here we just change the address, and after I just call the commit method, then Hibernate will automatically update the database. Okay.